Welcome to EDU TV with 4.5 lakh plus viewers and over 1,500 educational repositories across the world. The founder is Mr. Pranav Guha Thakurta and co-founder is Ms. Tanya Sethi.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, whichever geography you are in. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this EDU TV program on the topic of Vision of School Includes Vision for All. Visionary principle improves holistic vision. We have an esteemed group of guests joining us today, including Mr. Chris Hunter, founder of the ICU2 Foundation, and several distinguished educators and school leaders from across the country and beyond. The idea for this program was conceived by Mr. Pramod Sharma, former principal of the prestigious Mayo College Ajmer and vice president of Genesis Global School, Noida. Our goal is to explore the importance of a visionary principle in shaping a school's holistic vision, one that encompasses the well-being of all stakeholders, including students, teachers, staff, and the wider community. We are honored to have Mr. Chris Hunter with us today, who founded the ICU2 Foundation with the mission of enabling, promoting, and supporting a better life for those in need through the involvement of students, schools, local experts, health professionals, and sponsors. The ICU2 Foundation's four pillars of health, hygiene, literacy, and environment align with our focus on holistic education. And we look forward to learning more about their work. Throughout this program, we'll explore the concept of a holistic vision for schools and the role of a visionary principle in realizing this vision. We will also discuss the challenges and opportunities facing schools today and how they can best serve their students, teachers, staff, and communities. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Pramod Sharma to start the discussion. Over to you, sir. Pranam, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I would like to start by saying that Chris Hunter is quite well known to Round Square group of schools in India. And he has been very active with Round Square. He was a trustee of the European zone. And I am extremely grateful to him for all the support that he has given me over the years. To start with, I would like to ask Chris, I'm aware that you came to India and set up exchange with Delhi College Indore and also with Dhirubhai Ambani. So along with you, the French students were coming in, and you started conducting the iCamp. Was this area special to your interest, or it just so happened that you were conducting a social service camp and you thought India, with its poverty, there are lots of children and adults in the villages whose eyes have not been tested properly and they needed support. How did it happen, Chris?
Thank you very much for inviting me to be on this program and for such a probing question to get things started. I arrived for the first visit here in 2003, following a Global Connections seminar that I organized at my school, the Hermitage International School of France in Paris, during the summer of 2003. The conference was very well attended. It included the headmaster who had just been nominated. I had the opportunity to come here, and I discovered on my very first visit that very, very many children were not wearing glasses. And I heard some very difficult stories of teachers who had discovered in their classrooms children who had been there for many years and were not known to have vision problems. I researched the problem from my perspective. I'm an educator and not an ophthalmologist or an optometrist. And I realized that children could, the secondary students and older students could play a key role in helping on this problem. Because if you take 100 children, only 10 perhaps will present a need for refractive correction. The problem is finding the 10. What we are doing here is mobilizing the energy and the intelligence of these young students to screen hundreds of people and to indicate to the optometrists children who do need to be refracted, and actually delivering with current technology a basic refraction. Now we're using a number of methods for that. The students are doing a very powerful job, and the optometrists have said to me over and again, do you know, it would take us between 15 and 20 minutes to do a full exam. Here we do it in less than 5. So what that means is that we can deliver through the collaboration between eye care professionals and secondary students an extraordinary opportunity to reach a much broader range of people, much greater number, to deliver excellent care. And at the same time, the extraordinary thing is the impact it has on the young people, our students. It takes them out of their bubble. It gives them a person-to-person contact in some stories which are very, very difficult. For example, yesterday, we had a family come in, a couple with their newborn child, 8 months old. And this child, all the children saw it, had congenital cataracts in both eyes. We only find 2 out of 10,000 usually. And one of them walked into our eye camp. And with our eye care professional partners here, we have been able to, and that child is being verified as we speak. As we speak, that child is undergoing an ultrasound, and I'm able to inform all of the students here of what is happening. Now, it's very good for me to talk about all this, but since I am in this eye camp here at St. Matthew's School, I can actually show you a little bit of what's going on.
Oh, okay? That would be nice.
Now, you've got 30 students from the Dhirubhai Ambani School who are here, and they are doing all kinds of different tasks, because they start by doing a basic eye exam with a Snellen chart. Then over here, we have the students and the optometrists doing other exams. It seems it's a little bit of a break at the moment. Here, we have all of these boys, these students, they're using a device called the Click Check, which gives us a basic and very good refraction. You can see the people here. Here, there are the St. Matthew students who are assisting. This is where the refractions are taking place. We have students helping here. We have the doctors in here, a student who is guiding the people in and explaining to them what has to happen.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
Amazing. I mean, amazing. What a beautiful, and what experience for these children to be able to do this kind of service, provide this kind of service where they are acting as a semi-professional and helping the people around so much. And then he will go on to explain how they make the frames also, put the correct lenses.
Wonderful.
And most of us discovered that we needed specs by accident. Actually, at least I did. I went with my mom for her checkup, and I realized, and doctor said, why don't you try it? And I found, and he said, yes, you need specs. But how did I know at that time? I was just thinking, how do I know that you see better than I do?
Wonderful. I will request Miss Ritu Mehta to comment on what Chris is doing in Dhirubhai Ambani International School, Mumbai. Over to you, Ritu Mehta.
Thank you, Pranav. And I want to really applaud and praise Chris for coming to India and making children aware, because CAS projects, the social service projects, are going on in every school. It's not that people are not doing. We have an Interact Club in India. We do a lot of activities in Interact Club, but special kind of service is there, but not like sir was saying that you arrange the camp and then you leave it to the doctors to do it, just do it. But here they are doing all the services, like handling like professionals, doing testing and making frames and putting lenses. So this is an extra edge of work, which I am happy to see. That to one part we are catering also, but to extend it like a professional hobby. This can be a hobby, social activity, and later on children can use it in their free time. Even if you're a professional, you can go to these camps and you can help. So I'm very happy to see this kind of program. And I'm sure children of Dhirubhai Ambani School must be really, really enriched with this kind of an experience. So like we do in our Interact Club, we do blood donation camp. So that's a very, very important factor. And we have given targets to our children, like 120 units you have to do. And it is not easy to collect 120 units.
Yes, not easy.
Most of you bring the donors, but they get rejected because of some problems. Hemoglobin is less, or they have some problems of diabetics or other things. So then children realize the importance of being healthy. Like, even if you want to donate, you have come to the camp, but you cannot donate because you are not fit enough to donate. So children were very astonished to see out of 10 people, only one was allowed to donate blood, because the other 9 were rejected due to BP problem, due to hemoglobin and all. So children made it a point that they will go home, make themselves and their family fit, keep on getting their tests done regularly so that they can donate. So these kind of camps make awareness in children in many areas. So I just want to say this.
Thank you so much, Ritu. I think you applauded for Chris Hunter's work. Before I come to Yudhister, request Madam Shubhra Awashthi, as she has seen what the wonderful work Chris has done at Dhirubhai Ambani International School, Mumbai. Over to you, Shubhra.
A very warm welcome to this world of Indian students. Indian students are, as you've observed, they want that exposure and they have the talent to, excel. And fight is something which is essential for their studies. And this noble cause that you've taken up is commendable. Children from all strata, as I just saw in that the background that you showed, Chris, it's so considerate and so nice, motivating for all others too. You've taken up a cause. It's being, taking up a good cause is also infectious.
Right.
It also motivates and brings in people from all the surrounding areas, and people just see and take it as the example is set, and they try to take the cause forward. It has been really wonderful seeing all this, So children, as they can view things better, their reading speed, their grasping power, their academics, and the complete, this surroundings, everything is influenced in a positive way. This is a noble and a very wonderful gesture. I'm sure wherever we are needed, we will be 100% in this.
Thank you very much. You are needed to join the movement.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll be more than happy to do that.
If I might return to you, we got cut off. I dropped the internet and the telephone line. We are working in a very underserved community at the moment in northern Mumbai, in Malwani, where the level of poverty is actually quite significant. And it's been wonderful to see the Ambani students coming here, and they say themselves, this is an opportunity for us to get out of our bubble. We need to see how we can help others. And this project is very, very rich in possibility and links to a wide range of questions in the curriculum. And as Pramod was saying earlier, previously, I had always come over with students from my school at Hermitage. It turned out that post-COVID, it's been slow to reorganize. But my hope for the future is to reconnect schools outside of India with Indian partners, so that the project is not only national, but it's an international service learning project, because the learning is even richer when it's shared across these borders. It makes for very powerful learning. The other thing is that we are trying today to scale up this project. That is the key thing right now. And Pramod has taken a significant interest in this because he has seen the power of this. Because what we are hoping to do is, and I think there's a very good possibility that this will work, is gain the partnership, the full partnership of the One Sight Foundation of EssilorLuxottica, which is one of the biggest producers of glasses in the world. I'll be meeting with the executive director for One Sight Foundation India this Friday. I've already met with the executive director for the foundation in Paris. They've been helping us mightily because the goal will be to secure hundreds of thousands of glasses because schools cannot pay for the glasses. It's too expensive.
Yes.
But if I can organize through ICU2 a federation of schools that comes together, then we can negotiate and be powerful and get sponsors and get the glasses, and then we can put the students to work, give the glasses to those who need them, and other things as well. I heard one of you mentioning hemoglobin tests. We've also been working for many years with the Emerald Heights International School in Indore, and they are organizing a project in a few weeks' time alongside the government of Indore, which is actually sponsoring hemoglobin tests for the children. So ICU2 will be running the eye project, and alongside that will be the hemoglobin tests run by the government. There's a huge place for awareness. I overheard the word diabetes. Students can also give a lot of awareness to people about the risks of diabetes and the treatment and good dietary conditions to observe, along with things like smoking. We've been working with the Indore Cancer Foundation, which has come to our camps, and there they will essentially do an oral exam of all of the men who come because so many of them smoke. And at the end of the camp, you have a mountain of the strangest looking things that people have been smoking. And they found many, many cases of precancerous lesions. And their mission is to help people with oral. So the range of possibility is fantastic. It can have huge impact for the students and can also lead them in their future studies. It can drive them, motivate them, orient them, help them with a focus. It's a great project overall.
And thank you so much, Chris. I think you are doing wonderful job for
thank you.
Indian students. I will request Mr. Yudhister Puran Singh to comment on Mr. Christopher's work. I'm really amazed. I'm really impressed. The kind of how you have involved the students, trained them. They're doing a wonderful job. Over to you, Yudhister.
I think what Mr. Hunter is doing is commendable, to say the least. I think this is the best form. This is the best example of holistic education. It's training the kids for the real world. I think this is what should be part of our curriculum rather than being a thing that initiated at the club level. I think we need to create individuals who are connected with the realities of life. We need to create individuals who are connected to the society at large. I often feel that our students somewhere in the past 10, 20 years, they have lost that connect with the society. I think that is missing when we go back 30 years back. If we ask Mr. Sharma during his time at Doon School, and if we were to see what any school is doing at this point of time, there will be a drastic change in what the kids were doing back then to what they are doing right now. It was expected from them as a given that this is something that they will give. Giving back to society was something given much importance at that point of time. So commendable job, Mr. Hunter. We would love to support you in any which way we can, and we would love to have you over, host you in Dehradun. It's an open invitation. Whenever you decide you're a busy person, we will help to accommodate you in whatever best ways we can. And kudos to the entire staff and team who are working with you on this vision. I think the topic that Pranav sent me a text, visionary leaders. I think this is the job of a visionary leader, to do what others may not think is possible. You are doing the impossible. You're creating semi-professionals out of these students. The same students are being given responsibility. I think our students should become more responsible. And the best way to give students an opportunity to become responsible is to trust them with responsibility. The moment they're giving the responsibility, they will become responsible. I think we have lots to learn, lots to share, inputs from you. And on a whole, I mean, I'm really, really happy. And I would take your details from Pranav. And I would definitely be the first one to hit upon you and ask you how we can collaborate. Wonderful.
Oh,
thank you so much.
So Yudhister, you are on board.
Yeah.
Great, sir. I'm in, sir. I'm all in, sir. Anything for the kids, anything to make them responsible and well-connected individuals.
Lovely. We'll take it forward. And I'm in Dehradun end of July. We'll also meet and I'll look up your school as well.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Thanks, sir.
Now I'll request Captain Dr. Dinisha Singh, a visionary leader, principal of GIIS Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ma'am, your views, and please conclude the session. Over to you, Dr. Dinisha.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pranav, for giving the opportunity to, as add-on to views, to conclude the session. At the outset, yes, it coincides and adds to the topic which was given by you, and Mr. Yudhister has already snatched that word which I thought of while I was just listening to that, what I would use, that, you know, this is the vision. When we educators sit down and work towards the progress, first thing comes is thought. And the thoughts are all noble, because that's how the leaders are there, with good thoughts, with creative thoughts. But converting thoughts to vision takes the true leadership out. And that's what we are seeing, what Mr. Chris is doing. And I would like to congratulate him for taking this step forward and coming to students, reaching out to students in India in various parts. I was fortunate enough to interact with the schools he named in Indore, because I spent almost 5 to 6 years in Indore, and that's very close to my heart, all this Emerald Height and Delhi College. So that's wonderful that he's collaborating with those schools. And another school he named is Dhirubhai Ambani School, which is, you know, always taking a step forward. So this is wonderful step, Mr. Chris. Please accept our congratulations. And yes, I would say that I'm in at the end. But yeah, I'm just sounding it to you because, you know, this is very nice thing. If at all you want to spread your wings to Malaysia, we would love to connect, and let's see how it works out, because there are different countries involved. But certainly we would like to go forward with this kind of noble thought. As just a little while ago, when Miss Ritu was mentioning, and she was talking about collaborating and understanding, giving opportunities to students and making them more responsible. So similarly, during COVID time, we also tried that. There were so many concerns coming up during COVID time that the outcome is not there. Students are not able to achieve as desired. So we made students only responsible to do this research here in Malaysia. And they interacted with multiple schools online of our chain and other schools across the globe. And they came out with research outcomes, which I collaborated along with them. I was part of that research, which was presented as a paper in NIPA, National Institute of Education, Administration and Planning in Delhi, which was the outcomes and concerns of COVID era. So that reminds me how actively children participated. As I could see, he was showing the video, and this wonderful enthusiasm was visible amongst children to take a lead and become semi-entrepreneur, if I can say, because the step forward right now will take them miles away, that is towards their destination tomorrow. And moving forward, talking about the ideology and views, when we talk about vision, from thoughts to vision and realization of vision to action, which is happening, I would like to rather generalize this stream and thought that when we realize the vision, we are ready to accept the threat, unknown threat, whether it is successful or not. And that's what also is a very, very important aspect to be pinpointed as a leader, as a visionary leader. So wonderful with the, I would like to rather appreciate this collaboration of thought, vision, and realization of vision. One last thing which is very important, because everybody cannot have different vision and survive with the vision. We need to stand together with somebody who's having vision and have our own vision in a different way. So that's what we are here for, the purpose that yes, we can have our own vision in multiple ways, but right now something which we are discussing here, we can hold hands and take it forward, and also we can stream out to multiple dimensions which can add to this vision, and which can also nurture the students who are participating in realization of this vision to lead entrepreneurs tomorrow in various ways. And of course the corporate social responsibility, which me being part of a corporate segment here, and all the organizations take up. So both these things collaborated together can lead to wonderful nurturing and something which we call holistic development. And yes, Mr. Yudhister, Dehradun again is very close to my heart, because I was posted at Indian Military Academy and RIMC also. So I visited all these schools around that time, and nice. You have not invited me, but I'm inviting myself to your.
No, please. It's an open invitation for everybody. I'm on the panel.
No, just kidding. You know, catching your attention so that you remember that somebody said that. So with that, to conclude the entire session, the thought which brought us together was vision, and the thought now which is binding us together is realization of vision by holding hands. Vision has already been realized in actions, but holding hands will spread it forward. And this is, this is going to be an asset to towards our contribution to this ecosystem, where we owe to do something, where we need to give. As Pramod sir was saying, it is time to, sometimes we need to think of giving, also to giving back to the system. So it is collaborating towards the ecosystem, towards giving away what we can earn and what we can contribute towards, simultaneously, while we talk about nurturing the young minds, nurturing the nation, and nurturing the students who can stand tomorrow at global arena for multi-purpose thoughts and various reasons. Thank you so much for bringing us together, Mr. Pranav. The big thank goes to you. And yes, I think we are at the start point, and the time says get set go. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dinisha. I request Chris to give the closing remarks now. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much for your welcome. And thank you very much for listening so attentively and for picking up on so much of what I've been trying to do. Working with you in the future would give me the greatest joy, and I'm sure that we can take this to the next level of which I'm dreaming. Thanks to you. Thank you, Pranav, very much.